putting the stars in Firestarter. This is Cosmopunk.
Theatre of the Mind, a homebrew Starfinder story featuring the crew of the Leica 7.
Hi, I'm RJ and I play Vee, the Leica 7's morally ambiguous Vesk mechanic, designer of spaceships, owner of junk, doer of crimes, and I also play their drone flyby.
Hey, I'm Cypher and I play Ryder, a small punky Ysoki operative who's part otter, part pilot, and part blender.
And I'm Typhon. I play Radar, a cyborg Yamultan coyote engineer. But for this campaign, I'll be the GM. Last time, the crew set up an old arcade game cabinet in their bar and tested it out. They then discover that Radar has experienced some kind of cybernetic malfunction, rendering him catatonic and immobile. V heads to a local junkshop in order to find some kind of converter system that will allow for a diagnostic of Radar's ancient military tech cyborg interface. The shop owner, an Elebrian named Weird Al, gives V a strange full-immersion VR machine, which should be compatible with Radar's ports, in exchange for a future payment of mechanics drones. After hooking the device up to Radar, V and Ryder attempt to use the machine, finding themselves in a strange and abstracted world inside Radar's brain. Now trapped in a place where memories and imagination can become tangible, the Vesk and the Ysoki push further into the twisted mind of the damaged veteran. Episode 2. Mindfield. So,
Well, Ryder, this radar's clearly broken. I'm taking back and exchanging for a new one.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where we are still. My money's still on some kind of abstraction within the coyote's mind. So
Yeah.
maybe don't touch anything unless you need to.
It says V gnawing on one of the panels.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Do you reckon we're in the cyborg half or the biological half?
There's a lot of metal everywhere, so smart money's probably on cyborg side.
Yeah, I was gonna say it tastes like the cyborg half.
What do you mean taste?
What?
Please tell me you're not licking the walls.
No? Who said that? None did that.
RJ,
That'd be
I
weird.
have to ask, are you genuinely licking the walls? I
Hmm.
have to.
Let me get my dice.
I need to know right now for reasons.
I mean,
You're messing with the horror DM now, dude. Actions have
My-
consequences.
my character, who is well renowned for not licking things because they're sensible.
You lick everything. Whatever.
Yes, lick the wall.
Oh no.
You lick the wall. Okay. I believe I've used this sentence before, but because Vesk have evolved from a high predatory species, their olfactory senses are quite strong. I believe I've used those exact words in Engines of Hatred.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As soon as your tongue, it doesn't touch the metal. You think it does, but there's no contact. There's no feeling of tongue on bare metal. But at the point where there should be contact, there's like a shock, a judder sort of runs through you. There's no taste to it, but it runs through your taste buds. There's this sudden realization that you've gained something's attention. Like, there's some aimless entity was in here, casting around, you think, and then you lick something, and now it knows you're there.
Oh, yeah, that tastes like malevolence.
What the fuck does that mean? What?
That tastes like malevolence.
What the fuck does that mean?
Nothing. I didn't lick the wall.
You said it tasted like malevolence, V. You licked the wall. What does malevolence taste like?
Apparently, like slightly staticky. But I mean, I didn't lick the. Oh fuck it. Yeah, I licked the wall.
Yeah, I know
Tastes
you
like
licked the wall.
I get the feeling we're not alone in here. Aside from the whole tentacles thing.
Well, no. I mean, Radar's in here, probably, somewhere. If it's his mind.
Radar is here.
Yeah.
It's like saying a house is in a house.
Yeah, but, like, is there something else?
Well, yeah, there's the tentacles, which I'm pretty sure aren't radar, unless they are radar. I wish I had a doctorate.
You don't have a doctorate?
No, I'm a professor, not a doctor.
Oh. What's the difference?
About 40k in tenure.
Oh, okay.
And spelling.
And spelling. But yeah, I mean, I guess the only option really is to go deeper. I mean, do either of us have weapons with us? Said RJ to the GM.
Well, I'll tell you what, RJ, because you've done the licky thing and you're dealing with the weirdness, and apparently you're also a professor, which is news to me, but we'll roll with it. Can you make an intelligence roll, please? D20 plus your intelligence bonus.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, that's a 3 on the dice, so yeah.
Okay, so
we all know how this ends. And V does have a professorship. I made a comic about it once.
Yeah, in phrenology.
Yeah, that's a real science.
No, it's not.
No, not since the 1900s. It isn't.
No. The alternative is that I just have a go rolling for intelligence.
Okay, you're gonna have to lick the wall first, though.
I don't want to lick the wall.
Lick the wall.
I'm gonna use my just my survival sensors. I mean, this counts, right? It's a strange new environment, so.
Yeah. So your survival sensors would be like not poking the thing that looks like it's covered in teeth.
Yes.
And things of that nature. This is something else. What I'm making RJ roll here is not. I'll tell you what, Ryder, you make an intelligence roll.
Okay. So plus.
You have to beat 5. It's gonna be difficult.
Guess what I rolled?
Is it a 5?
1.
No, it was a 3. Plus 2 is 5.
Yay! Brain friend.
Yeah.
So, V, you look at Ryder, and Ryder, you look at V, and both of you just start giggling.
Yeah.
Brain.
And that goes on for about 3 or 4 hours.
Just Beavis and Butthead.
Meanwhile, the tentacles are just waiting like 3 corridors down. Like, where the fuck are they? I have horrors. I have horrors for them.
Yeah. This is a horror roleplay. You're not supposed to be laughing. Right, no. Okay, so both of you felt that. You haven't got a fucking clue. The wall tasting was weird. What V is telling you, Ryder, doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
V, let's just keep going. We're bound to find something that'll give us a clue as to what the fuck we're meant to be doing in here.
I mean, given the deficit better options, I guess so.
Just keep your wits about you, yeah?
Yeah.
She says, rolling a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not going to ask Ryder to do any typing anytime soon. Let's put it that way.
She says, sticking her finger in her ear and cleaning it.
Yep. Well, that's the point. Does this wall have... so this corridor we're in, does it have anything aside from the alcoves? With memories in them?
So you're examining the wall now, as opposed to just straight up lunging at it with your tongue?
Yeah, does it have any power sockets?
No, it doesn't. But what it does seem to have is piping. If I say the corridor from Aliens when they're at the outpost.
Okay, so like metal
So you've
grating for a floor and then just ceiling.
Yes. And weirdly, make a perception roll, both of you.
Okay.
Say it with me.
P is for perception. That's now migrated to other role plays, by the way. You're welcome. Thanks very much.
Oh my god! It's actually 3 again.
Wow,
RJ.
really?
Archie, do me a favour and roll the dice again.
Well, I got a 19.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, it's a nat 20 this time.
Oh, for fuck's
Right.
sake.
Well, that didn't count because I was just seeing what you'd get. I just wanted to see if your dice was stuck on the screen. But it doesn't matter because Ryder's seen it.
Okay.
So Ryder, like, V's like, hello, this corridor. And you look, you know, initial glance when you were just kind of wandering over it, the corridor was, hexagonal in profile. Kind of had a weird red glow at the end, like you remember from the space station. But now you examine it, the details start, like, increasing in resolution. Like, their limit of definition is loading in, the more you pay attention to them.
The level of detail in a video game.
Yeah, so they've gone from,
we've reached
like...
the minimum draw distance.
Yeah, so now you're seeing pipes running down the walls. You notice that the floor is now grated with more pipes running underneath it. There's a little bit of ambient steam coming out because, of course, there fucking is.
Huh.
But power sockets, you don't see any. The piping though, some of these look like steam ducts, and the rest of them look like cable trunking.
Do they all converge towards a point, or do they diverge towards individual areas? Or?
They don't, and it looks like the alcove you're next to, the damaged one. It looks like some of these trunks and steam pipes sort of branch off into it and then disappear in the damage.
Huh. Who designed this?
I think we might have done that at some point.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Ryder, have a plot point.
Yay!
To explain it to you, because you were never going to get this in the exact wording, but that's close enough as damn it, so I'll give it to you. This corridor is something you are imagining. The weird arcane nature of the machinery that you're using and what's happening here, and the unknown factor that is the cyborg half of Radar, what you are imagining seems to be creating this corridor. It's laying out in a way that you can understand.
Someone explain that to V so they can manifest a sandwich.
Okay, V. I'm pretty sure this isn't Radar's abstraction. This is our combined imagination making this place. So try something within those boundaries. Put a door between us and the tentacles.
V imagines a space shotgun.
V, how hard do you imagine the space shotgun?
I'm about to roll a d20 to find out. It's
Roll
2!
Roll it and add your will.
It's 4!
Oh my
It's still
god.
4. I don't know, this dice is clearly broken.
Good rolls this session.
Here's an idea. Let's cancel that roll. Take your dice away, roll it a bunch of times to warm it up, and then come back to me with a fresh roll.
So, 18.
No, don't read them out.
1.
Roll it a couple of times. No, stop reading them out.
Okay, I'm not going to lie, they're all shit.
Okay, stop. Pick up the dice, clear a big space on your desk, and give it a good roll.
10.
There you go. Add your will.
12.
Holy shit, you beat the dice roll. Okay.
Hey.
You imagine a space shotgun, and as you're a mechanic, and you literally know how these things work, boom, it appears in front of you.
What?
Oh, fuck you.
That's not what I asked for, V. What the fuck? I mean, good work.
Shotguns open many doors.
However, V, as soon as you touch it, you take 20 stamina points of damage.
Oh.
Ow. Wait, what physically happens?
So, as you pick it up, you're like, space shotgun, and then there seems to be just a drain of energy from you. It's like the process of doing this took something out of you, but you've got a space shotgun now.
You know what? Ow. But... rack shotgun. Here.
What just happened?
I'm fairly certain that the pure concentrated power of will allows me to manifest a shotgun, but it fucking gives me a headache.
Okay.
You notice that one of V's eyes has gone bloodshot.
V?
Oh no, both my eyes are bloodshot.
Just the one, actually.
What? Ow.
What the fuck happened to your eye?
I don't know, I can't see my eye.
It's gone all bloody and horrible. Did you punch yourself in the eye?
No, I don't think I did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this take quite a lot of effort to manifest a space shotgun.
Right, that's good to know, but maybe don't use that again unless we absolutely need to, because that sounds painful.
Kinda sucks quite a lot.
Ryder is not going to try and manifest my hot girlfriend again.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I don't think I could DM that. That would just be weird.
You say minus 20 to stamina?
Yes. Well, you take 20 damage, which would come from stamina first.
Okay. V resists the urge to manifest some paracetamol.
It comes with a sling and a bunch of shotgun shells in the sling.
I mean, that's great, V, but you can't take it with you when we leave this place. It's all imaginary, it's abstracted.
But here's the trick. Having now manifested a space shotgun, I now know how I would build a space shotgun if I put the time into making it. So as long as I remember how this space shotgun works, then I can build one in the real world.
Both of you make intelligence rolls.
Oh god.
Here we go. Oh, that's good.
It's 16! That's an actual number with 2 numbers in it.
I got a 21.
That's fine. You both get this. Not quite, V. This is how you imagine a shotgun would work.
Shit.
Yeah, right?
It's still worth it.
Sorry, space laser shotgun.
There's imagining how a nuclear reactor works, and then there's how a nuclear reactor works.
Yeah.
I don't know, as an engineer, V could probably do a nuclear reactor.
No.
Nuclear reactors aren't that difficult.
It's a giant steam turbine, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a kettle.
Yeah. Let's focus back on the important matters here, fixing the patat.
Yes, we do need to get radar fixed.
All right.
Not like that.
Hang on a second. Let me try something.
And Ryder's going to have a go at imagining some sort of containment for the tentacle zone from the rest of the
Right.
the rest of this corridor.
Make a will save, please. D20 plus your will save.
Okay, that is 12 plus 6. 18.
Oh. You imagine steel doors slamming over this alcove, cutting it off completely, locking the tentacles in, or so you hope.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the sound of grinding metal, and you hear this as well, V, and pistons and actuators slamming, but nothing appears.
What was that?
It's like there's a motion, a flex, and then something prevents you.
Tried to put a door here, and something stopped me.
Ryder,
Yeah?
you take 4 points of damage.
I'm okay.
You're right.
It's a bit of a headache.
Yeah, headache. I see what you mean now.
Yeah, it hurts quite a lot, don't it?
Yeah.
But you didn't even get a shotgun out of it. What did you try to do?
I was trying to make a door. I was trying to seal this bit off from the rest of the corridor, but didn't happen. Not sure why.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to hazard a guess, we're not the only ones in here, and there's clearly something in here that's trying to, I don't know, control radar, like a virus or...
Alright, well, you've armed yourself. I guess I should try and do the same. Ryder's going to try and imagine a cool sword appear in her hand.
Does she try and imagine a cool sword, or does she try and imagine her sword?
Her sword.
Her sword, but cooler.
No, just her sword. Her sword just appears in its sheath on her back.
Oh,
neat.
Didn't hurt that time. I guess when you try and manifest something new, it takes something out of you.
I mean, that's dangerous, because I can and will manifest a van in here.
Well, no. You know your way inside and out of vans, V. I think that's the safest option you possibly could imagine in here.
The van wouldn't fit in the corridor. You'd imagine it, and it would instantly just compact.
V's van, but smaller. Like a little baby van.
Yeah. V's probably done enough imagining for one day, because they've already got a headache from the effort it takes to manifest and maintain a shotgun. But this is the happiest they've ever been in their entire life because shotgun. Okay, maybe not in their entire life, but definitely like top 10.
Can we carry on down this corridor now that
we should probably get around to that.
We've got some idea of what's going on in here.
I mean, I wonder how quickly time moves in here relative to the real world.
No idea. I don't want to spend any longer inside Radar's brain than we have to, though. I mean, he is a soldier. There's probably some real fucked up shit in here in the memory parts.
Yeah, that's the point. So how many of those alcoves with memories are there? Is it just the one with the tentacles coming out of it, or are there...
Well, now that you try and imagine that, there's fucking loads of them. There's an alcove basically every 2 feet.
Do they all have tentacles coming out the broken bits? Are there
do they all broken bits?
You can't see. You'd have to go next to them.
Yeah. V's gonna wander up to like the next one along and see if it's damaged.
Yeah, Ryder will do the same, but she'll have a sword drawn, just in case anything leaps out.
You move up to the next alcove, and this one isn't damaged. This is a completely intact screen. And it's a memory of the three of you trying to manhandle the fucking gaming cabinet out of Stanley and into the pub, despite it being far too wide to fit through the door. And I won't describe the scene exactly, but if you've ever tried to move a sofa into a new flat, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have tried to move a sofa into a new flat.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the last memory that Radar has was him playing the game, and this is him helping us get the game in the shop, these are probably chronological. So...
Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be damaged in any way, though.
If I was guessing Vesk, which I am, I reckon him playing the game in some way has activated whatever it was that is causing all this, and that's why...
He didn't play, though, he just watched.
Yeah, I mean, it could be some sort of sensitivity to whatever was on the game screen, or could just be a coincidence since the timing that whatever it was chose to manifest.
The last memory stopped the second he looked at that desert with the buildings coming out of it. That was
yeah, exactly.
You know the one that was very similar to where we found him? I wonder if something just triggered him, you know?
Yeah. I mean, then that being the case, he's not looking at that in real life anymore. So we can either follow the tentacles to see.
Nothing good ever came of following tentacles, V.
I mean, resists making a comment about hentai.
Oh, you know about those videotapes, do you?
V takes another 5 stamina points. Like,
I'm tempted to make
resisting
me take
the-
another 50 for bringing up fucking hentai in the roleplay.
I'm sorry, I didn't put tentacles in this roleplay.
Now I'm going to put 50 damage on not V, on RJ.
Ow! My kid.
Yeah! That's what you get.
No.
Damn it.
Uh,
Anyway.
okay, so we can either go down the corridor, see what's that way, or we can take a look closer into the broken part of that memory and see if we can get through that way. Or I can lick the wall again and see if anything enacts itself.
Don't lick the wall again. I don't think it would be smart to try and mess with those tentacles again. They seem very angry and stabby last time.
Yeah, but we have a shotgun now.
We do, but I don't want to start blowing holes in the inside of Radar's brain.
Are we though? Or are we just blowing holes in our imagined version of the inside of Radar's brain?
I don't want to find out.
Yeah, I suppose for the interest of safety, probably not shoot.
Yeah, right?
anything for now. But yeah, lacking any better options, I guess we'll go down the corridor, see what's down here.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't exactly easy to stick back together first time.
Yeah. I suppose the other thing to bear in mind is that right now we have pretty much entirely unrestricted access to, as far as we can tell, all of Radar's memories, so it'd be probably a gross invasion of privacy to go looking through all of these.
Yeah, so let's not take advantage of it.
I'll take the left side.
Let's just do what we need to do. Okay, yeah, I'll take the right, and
Okay.
let's go.
All right.
And yeah, we'll continue down the corridor.
You head off down the corridors. Now, the first thing I'll say is that all of the alcoves you pass are undamaged. And they all will terminate in the same way in a big screen, playing a typical memory, I guess, day-to-day life, things that he remembers. Until you get to... There's a good memory that you spot, V, and it's you and Radar working on the torpedo that you fired, what's-his-name, into a small star from Glitched.
Oh, Dave. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's a memory. Literally.
Yeah. That's a treasured memory to Radar. He really enjoyed that. For you, Ryder, there's sitting down watching big monster movies, and Radar enjoying it, but perhaps not quite getting the cultural stuff, and just seeing you very animatedly explaining it with your tiny otter graboids what's actually happening on the screen.
Doing hand gestures.
Yeah. There's one bit where the big lizard fights the giant monkey, and Ryder is stood on the sofa, and she's like doing the whole like fist punch thing, like, yeah!
Yes! Fight!
Because kaiju movies are the best.
Of course.
He likes them because Godzilla always wins.
Yeah, Radar gets
Yeah.
it, V gets it.
Yeah. I think everybody's rooting for the big lizard. Nobody likes the monkey.
Really.
Moving further on, you start diverging into other memories, and then the corridor becomes a stone floor and trees along each side, but there's still alcoves with screens in them.
V,
Oh yeah?
did your metal bit just become stone and grass and shit?
Yeah. I mean, is it on this side as well?
Yeah, it's every like the metal corridor just opens out into what I can only describe as it's a forest, but the trees are so thick you can't leave the path.
Yeah.
Does that make
What do you
sense?
reckon? Is this the biological side, you reckon? Got some biology.
Possibly. Or it's that place we went to inside of Glitch, just the memories of it.
Maybe. I mean, to be
Ryder.
safe, I should probably lick it.
Yeah.
Ryder, have a plot point.
Yay! I got 2. Don't know what I'm going to spend them on.
But yeah, the memories here come through a little bit hazier on the screen, but they're all of the memories from Glitched.
Yeah. Okay, so we've gone from screens to full immersion.
Which just feel like memories. It appears that the flavour of this bit of the corridor is a little more fantasy than it is what you're used to.
Is it all linear, this corridor?
Yeah,
Is
it
just
goes.
going in one direction.
It is completely straight. You were right earlier when you said that his memories are laid out chronologically, and you're starting the most recent and working backwards.
What's on the horizon? Is there anything on the horizon?
If I say it just kind of fades to a red glow, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, as in we can only see so far. It's like the door
Yes.
that shuts again.
And now that you look, like, it's all wood and stone and everything, but you can spot cable trunking and steam pipes here and there. There's still an underlying... If you look for it, you'd see it. There's a level of machinery under it.
Yeah.
Much more familiar.
Not sure we'll find anything here. We need to get to the root of this problem.
Oh yeah, which is going to involve a lot of walking, I worry.
One sec. Ryder's going to try and imagine a mode of transport, like a little bike or something.
Yes. DM hadn't planned for this, but
Yeah.
so he's rolling some. So he's rolling some dice. Right, you try to imagine your bike, and make a will roll, please.
Certainly.
Basically, I'm using this as a stand-in for casting spells. So
Okay. It's 23 for Will.
okay, well, I can tell you right now, my total was only 5. So you imagine a bike, and thump, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Whew.
You just manifested our bicycle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that one I won the race on.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't want to try and do anything too fancy, or else it'd
Ryder?
hurt me head. Yeah.
You take 6 points of damage.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Make an intelligence roll, please.
Sure. That is 12.
V, make an intelligence roll, please.
That's 14.
Okay, V, you actually, believe it or not, the threshold was 13, so well done.
Shit.
You think that manifesting things based on their familiarity to you is better. Ryder is very familiar with her sword. She practices with it every day. She uses it when we're on missions. She's less familiar with her bike, which is why it hurt. And trying to imagine doors slamming shut out of nowhere is probably why that hurt as well. And also the reason you took such massive fucking damage is you tried to fucking design, plan out, and produce a space shotgun inside a millisecond in a place where time has no linear meaning.
Interesting. But important thing is I've got a space shotgun.
You do have the space shotgun with ammo. Yeah.
For further shenanigans, imagines radar.
Ah.
Cannot divide by 0.
I have to know, are you being serious?
Yes. You know what? I'm going to bring radar into this.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, shit. All right. How hard do you concentrate?
Okay, so V knows radar pretty well in that they've lived
Yes.
together quite a long time.
Now, the question is, is this going to manifest radar, or is it going to manifest how you imagine radar?
Oh, no.
And that's not for you to decide, or me. I've
don't
got dice
know.
for this. I had this planned.
I don't know. I guess V can only ever imagine radar as they imagine radar.
Yeah, which I don't know what that is out of character.
It's basically radar, but occasionally shaved.
So, no. Do you tell Ryder you're doing this?
V probably says, hold on a second and gets a nosebleed.
Oh,
right.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing?
It's too late. V is already imagined.
To roll a very large dice.
I'm going to about to roll a d20, so...
Here is a d100.
It's a 19.
Oh, shit. How many hit points do you have?
44. Oh, sorry, hit points, 54.
Sorry, total health.
54 plus 44, sorry. So...
Okay, you lose 50.
Ow!
Oh.
Holy shit.
There is a explosion of white light. And V, you are thrown against the wall.
Yeah.
And can you make
Crunch.
a fortitude save, please? D20 plus your fortitude.
8, so 18.
Okay, you do not pass out, but your head is ringing.
Ah, Christ.
What
Fucking...
the fuck did you just...
Write that down.
Write what down?
Don't try and imagine radar.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
We're supposed to be imagining bikes so we can get through
Ryder.
this thing faster. What?
Ryder, there is a wash of hot air over you. from where this explosion was. And in its place, there is like a tear in the fabric of reality that white light is pouring out of.
Ugh.
Write that down too.
What is this? Rhoda's gonna like go and investigate. Like she's gonna try and peer into it.
Okay, it's really, really hard to see into because it is so bright. And you realise that you try to get a better angle, and if you move your head into certain places, it just vanishes from your perception. It is a two-dimensional tear. It has no third dimension, so try and give you it from the side doesn't work. And you can't really see much. Can you make a perception roll?
Okay.
Yep. While that's happening, I might use one of my resolve points to...
Yeah, probably for the best. That's 18
Yeah.
for perception, by the way.
You peer into this rift, and then make a reflex.
Reflex. At least I can do
Yes.
that. 24.
All right, you don't land on your face, but suddenly you are through.
what does V see?
Well, V, you also are through, and you fall flat on your face and are...
Wait, I wasn't even trying.
I know, it's like the rift expanded to absorb you.
Ah.
And in your current state, you were in no position to dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't take any damage, but you're kind of... The memory for V will be hazy, but I'm going to describe it to Ryder now. You are stood on a metal floor, different to the corridor you were in. In front of you is a big wraparound screen that doesn't wrap around you so much, but the thing sat next to you. The thing sat next to you is looking at the screen, and it's some kind of bipedal creature. It's got like a big green armored suit on. There's dials and everything, and it's kind of beanpole-y with a big helmet on, it's almost canine in features, but pipes come out of the back of its neck, out of its spine, and out of the tops of its arms and go up into the ceiling. That's not the interesting bit. The interesting bit is what's on the screen. And on the screen is a desert. An orange, sanded desert. A giant mechanical arm extends from the bottom right of the view and up into the center. It has 5 fingers and a thumb. It's dexterous. And it is holding a giant mechanical head that has been torn from a body that it is looking at on the floor.
Okay.
It's like, ow, what?
Yeah, is V like on their face on the floor at the moment?
Yeah, they're within like 3 feet of you.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Just
Ryder's gonna like walk over, her jaw agape, and just like nudge V, like staring at this thing.
I
in
know.
awe.
I see it too. What the? I mean, what is the face? Is it a humanoid or?
the face, it looked kind of blanked off. It looked like it had a mouth with tusks. Well, this is all obviously very robotic and an imitation of life, but it looked like it had tusks. It had one 3-pupiled red eye that was still rotates to try and focus even as the light dies from it. It doesn't have any other discernible features other than that because it's so damaged. The thumb from the mechanical arm that is holding it is pressed into one of its eye sockets.
Well, I'm not looking at.
This is outside. This is on the screen. Yeah.
Yes.
That we're watching.
Yeah.
What about this person in the room with us? This isn't radar, is it?
You can't tell. Whatever it is entirely locked up in this suit. It's stood there, almost suspended from these cables, but its feet very firmly planted. And as you look at it, it moves. And it raises a right arm, and as it does, the arm on the screen moves. And he brings the arm back and makes a throwing motion. And the floor tilts under you as the person leans back to throw, and then leans forward as they lean into the throw. The head on the screen leaves the hand and is thrown towards what you now notice seems to be thousands of people stood in a line, and the image zooms in on them. And they're soldiers by the look of it, humanoid. They've got spines that come out the sides of their heads, their faces are green, they wear bright blue and yellow armor, they carry weapons, but nothing you've ever seen before. You don't even recognize the race. And this head lands amongst them, and they scatter out to get out of its way.
Oh, it's not like it wasn't just like bowling with the head or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
the head's clearly been thrown to try and land on this army.
like a grenade.
Or just thrown. And then the guy next to you speaks. Does anybody... what languages does everyone speak?
V speaks Vesk, Skitamander, and Common. Oh, and Kasathan, sorry.
I've got Common, Ysoki, Vesk, and Aslanti.
Alright, none of you understand this, but something very deep and guttural, it's like a speech comes out of the mouth of this creature, but it reverberates out of this screen, almost across the desert. You can see sand moving from the voice flow. These creatures, the ones that haven't scattered out of the way of the head, raise their arms to try and shield their faces and stuff. And there's a quiet moment afterwards.
Well, I'm thoroughly confused.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
You look on the screen, and there's a bigger alien, much more rounded, big armor, looks like a suit, a big sort of exosuit. He's probably about 10 feet tall. And he raises a hand, says something else that you don't understand that you can hear, points directly at the screen. And with that, a whole bunch of fucking rockets and artillery start hurtling towards you.
What, as in real life?
V, hang on a second.
Red flashing lights erupt on this deck, and the person next to you lets out a guttural roar, almost like brings goes down on one knee almost, in like a sprinter's pose, and then starts to run. And the floor that he's on rotates and moves almost like a ball so that he's got a constantly flowing surface. But wherever motion he makes, the floor mimics. So as he tips forward, you tip forward.
Okay, so for a real life reference, is this like the Ready Player One VR floor trackpad thing?
No, this is like, oh shit. I've forgotten the name of that fucking movie. Give me a second.
Pacific Rim?
Yes, this is exactly like
Okay, so it's more like that. So,
Yeah.
Ryder's gonna try and stick to the floor best she can to stop herself
Okay,
getting thrown over.
You stick to the floor. You don't have to make a roll for it. V, you can hold on as well. But the person runs, he sprints, all of these rockets come in, and then there's a flash of light, and you are back in that wooden stone corridor.
huh.
Okay, V, whatever you just did, don't do that again. That was fucking horrifying.
Yeah,
How are you looking? Yeah, how is V, like, holding up at this point?
Probably quite unwell. They've gone from 118 health to 48 health.
Oh, crap.
This is total, including
You've
stamina.
been trying to pull some heavy shit.
Yeah.
This is what happens when V uses 100% of their brain.
No, that's called epilepsy.
Yeah, this is what happens when V uses 100% of their brain, technically Ryder's brain, definitely Radar's brain, and an arcane machine he got off of a bloke called Weird Al.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
V, stop trying to be clever. It's not working.
V, stop thinking.
Just do the bike thing, okay? Imagine your bike that we rode on Zoe, and we can get through this corridor quicker.
I mean, can I get a backy on yours? Because I'm not in the mood for imagining right now.
Can you get a backy on mine?
Probably safer. Yeah. They'll fit.
Will they?
You ever seen a bear riding a tiny unicycle?
Yes, it looks like it's about to topple over.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do my best to pilot this bike with V hanging off the back of it.
V just flops onto the back of it.
Like a fridge on a unicycle.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to try and start my bike up and get down this corridor quicker. I'll keep one eye out to see if anything strange is visible in terms of memories, or things being where they shouldn't be.
Actually, can we take a quick 10-minute break? Because I need to sort out my head a sec.
Right, how are you going to do that? We don't have any healing stuff in here.
No, but, said RJ, out of context.
Roll 2 d20s and pick the highest.
Oh my god, I'm going to roll both my d20s.
Pick the highest.
17 and 16.
Oh.
You regain 17 hit points.
Can I regain 17 stamina points? Those are the ones I'm lacking.
You regain 17 health. Put it where you have to.
Yes, good.
Great.
So that brings me up to 48 and 17. Okay, I'm better now.
Yeah, so you take a 10-minute timeout.
Ryder puts like a dinosaur plaster on V.
Yeah. Ryder, during that 10 minutes where V is literally catatonic, is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I think we'll both rest a bit.
Are you going to spend a resolve as well?
No, I'll just take. Because how long does it take?
10 minutes of uninterrupted zonking.
We'll just take a 10-minute break then. Yeah.
Yeah, like, is there anything you want to try in that 10 minutes is what I'm asking.
I'll just do some more perceiving. I'll have a look at some more memory alcoves.
Sure.
That's kind of it.
Okay. So we'll say you don't ever move out of line of sight of V, because there is like a fog thing going on here.
I'll check out these pipes on the ceiling as well.
They're not in the ceiling because you're in a wood. They're in a floor. The ceiling seems to be made of tightly wound tree branches and woods and stuff.
Okay. Is there anything like on the pipes? Are they listed?
No, there's no markings or anything. It's just some of them have big reinforcing, like almost Victorian-esque steam bolts where they meet in sections, and the other ones are plastic bendy piping that could only contain wire trunking because any liquid under pressure at those angles would just break. So you move up to some of these alcoves, and they're all gonna be glitch themed. So there's the memory of Barry and how he saved the day, and how he was in fact the best player, even though he was made up. There's a memory of Crunk and a conversation that I believe ended up commenting on the fact that you had a huge cart.
Wait, Crunk? Do you mean Crunch?
Crunch. Don't know why I said Crunk.
Crunk is the person who pulls the wrong lever.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
And Crunch is the one with the massive cock.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, there's just it's all of that. You don't find anything useful, probably because in Glitch, Radar was in pretty fucking deep. Like, and it's no great leap. You can probably assume that it's going to be like this up until the memory where he gets plugged in to the glitch machine.
Thought so. Well, at least you remembered how pretty this place was.
It is quite pleasant, but there's something you do notice, and that's that there's no sound. It is entirely silent.
Hey V, can you hear any birds and stuff?
Yeah, hold on. I was saying that 10 minutes have passed and V's no longer like...
No, V is still catatonic.
Okay.
Hey V, can you hear birds and stuff?
Reply hazy, ask again later.
Like there was sound in the memories that you think, and whatever the fuck that was with the pilot, but there's no sound here. There's nothing. There's not even a quiet ambience. The machine corridor that you were in at the start seemed to have like a gentle thrum to it. This woods, though, despite how pretty it is now uneasy because it's so quiet. You didn't realize it at first, but now that you do, the silence is oppressive. Like, you pray for noise. It's probably more comfortable to go and sit next to V for a few minutes just to listen to them breathing, because it's at least a sound that isn't your own fucking heartbeat.
I don't know, Ryder would probably like fill the void by just going...
Yeah,
making her own noise.
She tries, and you can continue doing it. It doesn't help.
Oh.
It feels awkward.
Is it like being in an anti-echoic chamber?
I tell you what, doing that humming you're doing would be like humming that while they're having a 2-minute silence. That's how it feels.
I don't know, I've done that before.
That's fucked up.
It depends who the 2-minute silence was for.
Orphans that died in a tragic bus crash into a poppy.
Not Margaret Thatcher then.
No, not Margaret Thatcher.
That wasn't an official 2-minute silence. Why would there be a 2-minute silence for Margaret Thatcher? Anyway, no,
it gives you time to piss on her grave.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
The dance floor won't be big enough on her gravestone.
Anyway.
Yeah. Awkward and eerie when you try and hum.
Okay, that's not going to work. I'm just going to sit next to you for a bit, V.
There's no noise from V. They are zonked.
Oh.
V is breathing. They haven't died.
They're definitely napping.
There's no V, and they're just like.
Yeah.
There's the tongue lolled out.
Yeah, both eyes crossed, tongue hang out.
Yeah. Just says underneath them, V has expired.
Now I'm imagining Jurassic Park, where Malcolm sticks his head next to that Triceratops and listens to it breathe.
Oh yeah.
Is that just with Ryder and
Alan.
V?
Yeah.
Alan, yeah.
Yeah, he's just resting on V. Just.
And then 10 minutes pass, and V is like, I mean, Not as much of a headache anymore.
Well, that's good.
Why are you sitting on me?
Because this place is real fucking creepy with no noise.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Is there-
And now that they point that out, V, you can't hear nothing either. And that's really fucking weird.
V snaps their fingers. Is there an echo?
Yes, but it's not a nice echo, if that makes sense. It's like sharp.
Man, this place is broken.
Let's get on the bike and get out of here.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so the bear mounts up in the dodgem.
V, can I drive? You get on the back.
Oh yeah, it's your bike, your wheels.
Yeah, please.
It's like
Yeah. All,
sitting on the back.
all
and shoot
joking,
stuff.
all joking aside, it's not that much of a size difference. You know, V is big, but not gargantuan to you, so they
No.
can just.
Yeah, we're both medium creatures, but Ryder's the smaller end of
No,
medium. and
Ryder's
V's the bigger
Ryder's a
end of
small creature.
Ryder's a small
Oh, wow.
creature. This is
It's
the
just-
Hair Bear Bunch
Yeah.
on wheels.
medium.
Ryder is at the top end of small. You are at the top end of medium. So V can ride in the back. They're just using all the seats as opposed to one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ryder's going to rev up her bike and speed down this corridor further.
Right. Revving the bike, again, sharp echo, quite uncomfortable, but motion makes you feel better.
Okay.
And you speed down this corridor. And it doesn't take long for it to end the weird, eerie woods, and then the woods end in that familiar machinery corridor, you know, the hexagonal one.
Okay.
Then you head into it. And do you stop or do you keep going?
At this point, the V's along for the ride, but
You're passing alcoves.
We're keeping an eye out for anything untoward and things in the alcoves that
Then-
shouldn't be in there.
I'm gonna ask for something, and it begins with P.
Peanuts!
18 plus. Don't know why I'm yelling.
I don't know either.
Plus 9.
I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm just glad to be out of that foresty bit.
27.
Holy shit!
I
Okay.
just got.
V is 100% rested, and they're using 100% of the lizard brain.
So 1% of their actual brain then.
I don't know. All of V's brain is lizard brain.
Yeah, 'cause they're
I only
elusive.
got 18, by the way, so let's go with these.
All right. So yeah, V will certainly spot it first. Ryder would spot it as well, just after some hinting, and that's that. These memories that you're in now, they're like the ones you passed before the wood, where they're all alcoved and you're passing things you remember. You see a couple that you recognise, one of whom is Celeste, but all of the memories around her, the screens are starting to fade and fracture like spider webbing. And the corridor, the alcoves that they're around, they're not as damaged as that first one you saw, but they look all buckled and rusted and worn. And the further you get into his memories, the deeper you go, the more twisted these alcoves become, to the point where it's affecting the images within them, like their quality.
Wow. No wonder Radar's so fucked up.
Well, no, this is just older memories. I guess older stuff's harder to remember than newer stuff.
Yeah, but you'd have thought that'd just be, like, slightly less... I can see you wanted to see something.
I want another perception roll.
Oh. Yeah, 16.
Ryder?
Drawn for me as well? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's better. 15 plus 14.
Ryder, you need to make a reflex roll.
Oh. Is 20. Dirty 20.
Excellent. And then a pilot roll, or drive vehicle roll, or whatever skill is closest to that.
Piloting, probably. Yeah.
It could be a
Yeah.
piloting roll. Yeah.
It's a hover bike, so it's piloting.
22.
You!
There it is.
The corridor, the floor in front of you, erupts. You slam the bike into a skidding stop as a giant mass of these tendrils erupt out of the floor, smash into the ceiling, and sort of flow off of it like water. Before they all stop and focus on you.
Ryder's gonna do the fucking Akira slide with V on the back.
Yeah.
V yells Tetsuo! But they don't fly.
Yes, skids to a stop. Sort of tries to get off her bike in a cool way, but probably ends up stumbling and draws her blade, looking up at this thing.
Okay, make a... Let's do initiative.
Yes.
Ooh. 18 plus...
You win. You just win.
I can still beat Ryder.
Well, don't know about that. 26 for me.
Yeah. So I rolled a 1. It got 6.
Oh, we're about to all the way fuck up these tentacles.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So, Ryder, you go first. You've got off of your bike, you've drawn your blade, you've got your actions.
Also, fuck you and your improved initiative.
It's what I do, baby. Ryder's going to charge at it with a sword drawn and probably do... Is there like an eye or something in it, or is it just a black mass of tentacles?
It's just these black mass of tendrils that end in the almost like the audio jack, old school headphone audio jacks that look very sharp.
Is there like a trunk at the base?
There's just a tighter mass of them. It is tree shaped, so yeah, there is a trunk, but they're all in there, and they're all moving and writhing, and they look wet.
She's gonna try and attack it at the root and try and do as much damage to the root of it as possible.
All right, roll to hit.
Okay.
You get bonus to charging, which is +2 to your strength, isn't it? So you get +1 to this. Yeah.
23.
That's a hit. Roll your damage. You don't get your trick attack though, because it doesn't have legs. You can't trip it.
No, that makes sense. You felt flat-foot the tentacles. 16 damage.
16 damage. Does your blade have any special properties?
Bleed is the critical.
Oh, okay. So 16 damage, you slam it into this trunk, and it digs a fair way in, almost halfway. You withdraw the blade, and step back, and the writhing mass of tentacles, that wound, dissipates out into different sort of severed tentacles just dropping onto the floor. And the mass of them recoil. V, you're up next.
I mean, I'm a simple V with simple needs and a space shotgun, so... I don't know how to roll for this because I don't have specs for a space shotgun.
Roll a d20. You're correct, and I'm not going to give them to you. Roll a d20 and add your dex.
It's 15 plus dex, which is +2, so 17.
You hit. How do you imagine a space shotgun looks and sounds when it fires?
Okay, so I imagine this at depth, as it doesn't sound.
Is this going to hurt V every single time they use it?
It's one battery per round. One battery per round, basically. So they've just got a bandolier of batteries as opposed to shells. I'm hoping that this came fully locked and loaded, which means it's probably got 6 shells inside it. So it's got 6 shots ready to go, potentially. Each time it's fired, it just projects a solid, cone, almost. But not like a widespread cone. It maybe spreads out about a meter every, 10 or so meters and dissipates the further away it gets. And it just fires a solid beam of bright green energy every time it's fired.
You pull the trigger, and the noise it makes is 4 times as loud. It's deafening.
Yeah. Hey, shotgun.
The light that comes out of it is not green, but is in fact a deep purple. Each individual stream, they're all individual beams shaped into a cone, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
so it doesn't. It's like that. But each individual beam has, if I say 1980s movie effect lightning down it, do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
This thing fires. They hit. I have a question for you.
Go on.
This thing is imaginary.
Yes.
Each shot you have to imagine, but how much of yourself do you put into this?
Oh. I mean, V, who as we know is a clever Vesk but not a clever Vesk, probably... that's the thing. V as a character... This is where we differentiate, because me as a human would be I put some effort into it, but I'm not going to go all in. But
you are acting. Act how your character would, not you.
V is V, so V is just going to be full fuck 'em up.
V almost died a few moments ago.
Yes, and they haven't learned their lesson, because they're going to put all...
No.
You gave them a space shotgun!
I have to ask, are you going to go out all this once?
Who imagines, a Ferrari and then, oh, this Ferrari, I'm going to imagine it drives like a Proton? No. If you imagine a Ferrari, you want the full experience of doing 200,000 miles an hour around corners and, all of that. So, V firing what they imagine a space shotgun does when it fires is going to be... It should leave holes in the planet next to it.
And then your brain dribbles out of your ears.
Good news, V doesn't have much brain.
Are you going all out just this one?
Yes they are.
Oh.
Fuck it.
Okay.
These lights impact, and there is a noise like the tearing of silk. V, you take My percentile dice and damage.
Oh,
You take 4 damage.
good.
Really?
I rolled a 4
Wow.
4%.
on a percentile. You lucky fucker.
V's not going to learn anything from this, because now they think, holy shit, I can manifest all this and it barely hurts at all.
The sound of tearing silk is accompanied by another one of those blinding flashes of light and that wash of heat. The tentacle trunk in the middle just vanishes, just atomized instantly. The corridor behind it atomizes instantly. The image in front of both of you, Ryder and V, shatters like glass. Everything. The corridor, the tentacles, the memories, bang. All of them floating away in individual images, thousands, billions of them scattering like stars across a sky that reveals to you to be purple, red, bruised, angry. And you are falling.
Oh shit.
V?
Both of you. There's nothing to stand on. It's gone.
V?
You've shattered everything.
V?
Yeah.
I don't think you should use that gun again, ever.
I mean, there's nothing left to shoot, says V racking the shotgun.
Can I have fortitude rolls from the both of you, please?
22 for fortitude.
That's 18 for V, fortitude.
For once, I'd like V to be conscious for something and not Ryder, but okay. V, the world goes out for you. You just switch off. It's almost like there's an inbuilt Vesk reflex, which is when you're falling to your ultimate demise, you just do the cat thing. Well, not the cat thing, you just do the human thing where you just go limp. You just black out.
The goat thing.
Yeah, the goat thing, sorry, that's it. Ryder, you're a Ysoki, you do the cat thing.
Yep.
You know, you stick your arms out.
Switch to feet, yeah.
Yeah. You smash into a sandy surface of black sand. It's sloped like you're in the lip of a pit, and you both tumble and roll down it into the centre, where there is a hole. And there's nothing you can do to stop yourself. You're caught in torrents of this sand. It just throws you into the hole. And you fall further. And then you land with a splash in water. And you think it's water anyway.
Ryder's going to desperately start kicking her feet, like to try and get above it.
Oh, it's like 2 feet deep.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that, and that's how she responds to water.
Oh, she's only 2 feet tall. Yeah, well, otter
Yeah.
mode kicks in, and you are now carpet shark. So yeah.
She's more than 2 feet tall, but she doesn't respond to being wet very well when she doesn't. When it's against her will.
Well, V just belly flops into it. What water was in there is now gone. And there's the sound of sand impacting in what's left of the water around you, and the droplets of water landing, and then silence. There's nothing. It's completely black. You can't see anything. There's nothing here. Nothing.
Ryder's like scrabbling towards the shore. Yeah. Where the fuck's my bike? Is that just gonna land on V?
Might do.
What? Why me?
Because you're face down in a puddle.
Because you don't learn anything? No, there is no bike. You don't know what happened to it.
Oh.
It seemed... you think you saw it shattering with the image when everything went. This is all obviously very abstract, and I hope I'm describing it well enough.
Theatre of the mind.
Or adequately, at least. Yeah. You're in water.
Well, V's passed out, so...
V, you're floating in water.
Yeah, Ryder's gonna like realise what's where she is and what's happening. After a cursory glance around, wade out towards V and try and like flip them over so they don't drown.
It is so dark, you can't see V. You can't see your hands in front of your face. There is no light here.
Oh.
You are aware of water that you're in simply because you can feel it.
Ryder's sword emits light. It's got purple glowy bits, so she's gonna like unsheath it.
Yeah? You unsheath it, she turns it on. Purple light illuminates. Oh, it's a little more disturbed because of your entrance.
It's just like a little tiny bit of purple on the hilt, just below it.
Yep. It does a beautiful job of making some silhouettes. But luckily you spot V because they're like next to you. And V is the right way up.
Okay, Ryder's gonna like try and hold up her the hilt of her sword and like hold it up to the ceiling to see if there's anything around her or if it's just water going off into the distance. She does have dark vision as well.
Your dark vision is not working here.
Oh, I guess that would take time to adjust.
It's not necessarily night.
No, true.
I think this is the entire absence of light. Is V still in standby mode? By which you mean unconscious?
You slowly come to. The first thing you're aware is that you are very wet and your tail's dragging on the floor or something and you're floating.
Why am I in a wet crater?
Oh, what fresh hell is this now?
What happened?
Well, you blew up the tentacle monster thing, and then
Wag.
reality shattered, and then we fell in a hole, and now we're in an underground lake, I think?
Significantly less swag. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Ha! I mean, why is it so dark?
No idea. You got a torch?
I've got a laser.
You got a laser shotgun, V, and it destroys the fabric of reality. Maybe don't shoot that thing again?
I mean, if we've run out of reality to shatter, then
How do you know that? You don't, do you? You're just making shit up.
we're all making shit up. I mean, we're inside
Yeah.
Radar's head and tentacles keep trying to get us.
There's a safe way of doing shit.
There is not a safe way of doing this. There is no risk assessment for this.
There is. You're just not doing it.
Well.
Ryder, did you...
Hello?
It has been such a long time.
And there is the sensation of movement all around you, all above you.
Allow me to illuminate our surroundings.
Ryder's gonna very slowly look up.
Yeah.
A gentle white light almost illuminates the edges of your vision, seems to build on the horizon. And the light comes up, and it illuminates a giant, probably 70, 80 feet tall, torso, sculpted abs, tendony arms, limbs. The giant looms over you, and the light comes up to reveal the neck. It's all very sculpted muscle, very, very tight, defined, almost skinless in the way that it shows. Light goes further. It reveals an almost equine face, skeletal, with thick, piped tendrils that run from the side of the muzzle, out to the side of the mouth, behind its teeth. The light comes up further to reveal 5 white eyes looking down at you.
And who might you be?
Oh, don't you remember? We met 10,000 years ago. Or was it 15 years ago? I do not remember. Memory's such a fickle thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I leave my keys half the time.
Indeed.
Right. For starters, either you can stop being creepy right the fuck now, because we've clearly established I have a space shotgun and I'm far too stupid not to use it, so...
V?
Oh,
V?
please. Your weapons of imagination will not work anymore. You shattered the illusion. They only worked because you imagined they work. This is not the place of imagination. This is where very real things exist. This is where I have been trapped for 10,000 years, ever since you left me on that damn sand planet.
Oh, hi, Logos.
Oh. Hey, Logos.
Hello.
Yeah, I'd be salty too, but you're a bitch, so...
What was it? Ryder and V, I think my host calls you? Yes.
Your host? Do you mean Radar?
The creature that, we are locked together, 2 as 1. Yes, my host, Radar.
Well, he's not your host, so, with all due respect, kindly fuck off out of him.
He has been my host longer than you have ever known. We spent an eternity trapped in that pod. You merged us into one as a finality in that final moment when you hit that button. He doesn't remember it, but I do. I remember every moment in agony, trapped in that splendid animation orbiting that cursed planet.
Cool. So, what do you want exactly? Because as far as I can tell, you're still only now you're stuck in here with us.
Oh, what do I want? I want to release, I want control, I want to exhilarate, thrill. I want to feel the real world outside of this bottom prison. And I will. You've given me the key.
And what might that be?
The giant raises a hand and points to the hole in the ceiling that you fell through.
This is new. This wasn't here moments ago. Well, moments for me, I guess. Maybe an hour or two for you in reality. Time's not linear here. It could have been 1,000 years ago. But that's not the point. You made a hole. And through it, I can control.
He gestures, raising a hand, all very eloquent and dramatic. And those tendrils, that trunk that you saw earlier, shoots out of the palm, smashes into the ceiling and shoots through the hole, slowly.
With these, I can steer the puppet. It's taking time to learn which levers to pull and which buttons to push. But soon, I'll have full control. And from there, I can be released from my prison back into the reality. And my ideas initially when you met me, now that I think on it, 10,000 years to contemplate, very naive. A stellar empire made of flesh and machine, oh, that's very quaint. No, it's much better to control it, leave it, on the surface at least, as it is. But much like I'm doing now, pulling levers and pushing buttons.
V's gonna shoot him in the face, fuck it.
Okay, V, you go to reach for your shotgun, and it's not there.
Shit.
What?
I was hoping he was lying about that.
Why would he be lying about it, V?
Well, I don't know, look at him. The guy's clearly a dickhead. There's a reason we trapped him in there.
Maybe don't antagonize him, V.
Or in case he traps us down here and takes over radar forever, because he's already planning to do that.
Yes.
Oh, Bush.
Sorry, no, that's fine. You guys carry on.
You can't make things worse when you've already hit rock bottom, so V's just in the frame of mind that at least we know what's fucked up radar, and now it's time to work on solutions.
Okay.
And seeing as V isn't allowed to imagine nuclear warheads or...
Please, don't imagine a nuke!
Don't blow Radar's head up. These tendrils going into the ceiling, how high up are they going now we can see? And is there another way out of this place?
You can't see another way out. What you can see is that the tendrils go all the way up to the ceiling, through the hole, and just out into wherever you were.
I'm going to run up the tendrils.
You can't? You'd have to climb him first. He's
Yes.
70 to 80 feet tall. That's like 40 feet at the knee.
Yeah. Going to have to do some climbing real quick then. Also, I have jet boots, and I'm very quick.
and I can
Okay.
throw Ryder pretty far as well.
Well, sorry, before you do that. So as you go to reach for your shotgun, V, Logos turns one eye, one of his 5, to look at you, and says,
But I don't just have to control radar.
his other hand gestures, and a screen appears. And it shows the inside of a helmet. It's very polished. And there's very, very intricate, delicate, like filigree circuit boards on it.
You see, we're all in this link. And that means, for the moment at least, I can also control you.
Hang on an absolute fucking minute. I'm not done with that body yet.
The helmet raises, the image shifts, and it stands, and it looks down, and it's not V, it's Ryder. Have a will roll, please, Ryder.
Sure. Yeah, going with good rolls. So that is 17 plus 6.
Okay, 23. You don't beat it,
Ugh.
because it's Logos. Yeah, stands up, looks around. You see a hand come out and...
A paw.
I'm sure I can find a use for you in my new kingdom.
Get the fuck out of my body right this instant!
Or what?
I'm going to do what I said earlier. I'm going to
Yeah.
Wordlessly, V picks up Ryder and yeets them as high as they can.
All right.
Thanks, man!
Is there Is there a mechanic for this? Because I don't
Strength. It's just I've always wanted to throw Ryder.
roll a strength. D20 plus strength. How much of yourself do you put in the throw?
I'll give you like 3 guesses, but you're only going to need 1.
It's all, isn't it? It's all out.
Okay, so it's 15 plus strength, which is plus 2, which is 17 for yeet.
Ryder, I'm guessing you don't resist.
No, she was kind of ready for this. Didn't realize how hard she was going to be thrown.
We already exchanged the knowing glance. There's no going back from
Yeah.
that.
Excellent. Well, clearly you guys have been practicing because you pick up the Otter Delta and just like a javelin, just and in doing so take 57 damage.
Fair. 7. Okay, I'm on 8 health points.
Oh my god!
V collapses to their knees, holding their head as their eyes and nose and mouth bleed.
Ryder is now 80 foot away from that, though, so he doesn't realise what's going on behind
She doesn't
her.
even know, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm giving you. I'm not telling you what bonus you get for putting all of yourself into it. But Ryder, you go like a fucking rocket. You clear 40, 50, 60 feet easily, straight at. In fact, you're going past his hand. You're heading right for his face.
Oh.
I was aiming for the gap.
Yeah, I was going to try and get out of the gap.
Oh right, no, you'll never reach the gap. That's completely unattainable. You have to. I thought you were throwing at him to go, then run up him.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
that works too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
Yeah, so that's what you'll do. You're heading for his face, the big equine face. I'm going to need initiative now.
Sure. Big numbers. 26.
Fucking hell. Okay. What's that?
Yeah,
Dex,
I'll roll
improved
with-
initiative, and then some operative bullshit. I'm guessing.
4 from Dex and 7 from Misk, yeah. And I got a roll of
Okay.
15, so yeah.
Yeah, 27. Sorry, 26. Which is still not
Yeah.
enough to beat him because he rolled 27.
Oh my god, I yeeted you all that way for nothing.
You don't know yet.
Well,
Although, that being said, the reason I put everything into it was because I was trying to get them through the gap. So had I known that, I probably wouldn't have put all my...
okay, that's fair. So take 25 damage rather than 50. Is that better?
That is
Put half
slightly
of
better.
yourself
'Cause-
into it.
Yeah.
You put, yeah.
You put some of yourself into it.
Yeah.
takes
About
up to-
50%. Which should take you up to
We'll say
33.
30, yeah.
Anyway, Ryder, you're currently airborne, but his initiative is first. The equine head is staring right at you, and it just smiles.
Ugh.
The neck almost opens, and a load of tendrils shoot out at you.
Yeah.
You are armed. You've got your weapon. Yours is with you.
Oh.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, you have your sword. You were using it to illuminate the thing earlier.
True.
I'll tell you guys right now, because V's weapon was entirely imaginary, it went when the imaginary world upstairs shattered. But yours is a very real item that you are very familiar with, and you inherently know it's real. So you have it with you.
Okay.
So you've got your sword.
Great.
So parry this, you filthy casual.
No, you need a gun for that.
15, as the tendrils, they depart his body ballistically and shoot at you.
Is that to hit?
15 to hit, yes. What is your kinetic AC?
21.
You just bat them out the way.
Nice.
Yep.
Just like Otter cat snake my way out of the way.
Yeah, just wiggle in the air out of the way. That's your action. Sorry, that's his action, now it's your action. You have to move, so that's your move action because you're flying. But you will land directly on his face, just below the center eye.
Ryder doing the fucking Archer paradox movement through the air. She's going to try and stab him in the eye with her sword. Lands.
Like hilt down, just like... Because the eye is probably about 6 foot across, you know. It's huge.
Yep.
And it is, oh, by the way, entirely features and smooth like a pearl.
Not for much longer.
Yeah. And roll the hit.
Okay. 21 to hit.
Yeah, you do it.
Nice.
You land, and it digs in, and you have to really push it, but it does go in, and you roll your damage.
Sure.
He does have damage reduction, mind, so, you know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So that is 16 damage.
Is it the tolerant left, or is it the ethical billionaire?
Tolerant left is the one she's most familiar with.
Yep.
Yeah.
You stick it in, and you drag down, and he suddenly goes... It is a deep and reverberating echo, much louder than any speech he gave you. V, you are knocked back 6 feet. Ryder, you're not, because you're above his mouth rather than below it.
Yeah.
But you don't take any damage, V, you're just knocked.
Oof.
Oof.
1 down, 5 to go.
Yeah, that's his thing. And the eye bleeds, but it's not red blood or eye juice, it's like a black, almost oil. It's like an ichor that you can see.
Can I see the screen that had Ryder's vision on it earlier?
Yes, you could see that it's tilted back and like a hand is like coming up to,
Yeah.
As is Logos. But that'll happen in his turn. What was I going to say? Make a intelligence roll, please.
Sure.
Were you during glitch? Were you on watch with Radar when his evil version appeared?
I can't remember now.
That might have been V that was with them.
Okay. Well, V, you can still see what's going on. So, V, you make the intelligence roll, please. D20 plus your intelligence bonus.
It's 18. Oh, sorry. It's 18 plus intelligence bonus, which is 2, so it's 20 non-natural.
Peering through the blood.
This black, oily ichor that you can perceive. It's like the only thing you can focus on all the way, sort of up there, through all the blood. Looks very familiar. This looks like the stuff that was... No, Ryder, you've also seen it. It was during the character creation for Radar when you were all in your natural forms, and Radar was like half normal and half black ichor with a red eye. Do you remember that?
I remember
Right,
that.
start a glitch?
Yeah.
Yeah. This ichor is exactly the same as that.
If it bleeds, it can be killed.
All right. V, it's your go.
Right, first of all, V is going to use one of their mechanics abilities to activate their energy shield. Because, goddamn, I need the health.
You have that. What does it do?
So basically, I use as a free action the custom rig that is part of V to build up a temporary energy shield, which remains 10 minutes or until it runs out, and it gives me an extra 10 hit points.
Is it a bubble or is it like skin tight? It's up to you.
I'm gonna say it's probably like, okay, you've seen the original Dune, right?
Oh yes, where they got the like faceted shields.
Yeah, so it's segmented like that. So it's all straight lines almost, and like intersectional shapes, but they form like an outline around V.
Yes. It's a very bad LOD.
It also glows orange very slightly in the background.
This one glows a very intense orange, and you gain 30 hit points.
Ooh.
Tapping into there's something that you hit, and the area around you quakes, and the walls shimmer. A pulse of this orange light, same as your shield, shoots out from you and up these walls, and then back in. You now have an additional temporary 30 hit points.
Swag. That brings me up to 63, which is a much healthier amount.
And that was a free action. Yeah.
Yeah, I love being an engineer. Just do shit.
The mechanic is so broken in this. I love it.
Can I, as a free action, notice that Ryder's been going for the eyes and that she still has her sword?
Roll for the eyes.
You already noticed that.
Okay, so I'm guessing at this point, V's probably put together 2 and 2 and realised that if they start working with things that they know exist rather than trying to invent things, then there's a better chance of them existing. So, urge to summon Stanley Rising. Urge to summon the Leica Rising.
I swear to God, if you kill Logos by dropping the Leica on it, that is a metaphor somehow.
I don't know. Know if V can survive summoning the entire Leica.
38 hit points left.
No, I have 63 hit points currently. But
Okay.
That's the thing. V knows the Leica so well, and it can fly, and we're in a very big place. Fuck it. You know what V's method is. Go big, go home.
No.
V imagines the entire goddamn Leica.
Alright, you spend your actions doing that.
Yep.
Come back to you. Maybe in a few turns.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might have to come back to V on that one, but...
Yeah, right. It is back to Logos.
Yes.
The hand comes up to try and swat at you, Ryder.
Okay.
It's slow and it's gargantuan, and you know, as all giant things are, so it's like... Whoa. And it rolls a 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah, and you take 22 points of damage. You leap out the way as this hand comes in. It just slaps into the... It looked like bone from the floor, but this looks like stony metal. And occasionally there's gaps like in the surface where you can see pipes and tubing that pulse and throb. But this hand comes in, the sinewy hand, and slaps into the stone, and it makes like a blast, which throws you to the side.
So is Ryder in midair now, or is she elsewhere on?
No,
Logos?
you're on his head.
Okay, still on his forehead somewhere.
He's emitting this deep snarl as it comes in, just like sort of thing.
That's right. He just slapped himself on the head, and he has one less eye.
Yeah. Then, because he's an asshole, he's going to try something else.
I see.
He is going to cast Acid Rain.
Duh. On whom?
On you. Well, because the Vesk is basically exploded their brain, eating you up here, so they're not really a threat right now. But you're stabbed in the eyes, so, you know, you are very much in his face.
So he's going to cast Acid Rain on his own face.
Silly Logos, Vesk are always a threat.
Do you have skills for dodging area things?
Do you have an umbrella?
No.
Can you imagine... Are you very familiar with an umbrella in the real world?
Yeah, make a reflex saving throw, please.
Sure. Whoop. Okay. 25.
All right. You leap to the side, and as you land, the air around you seems to shimmer, and a burning sensation runs all over your body. You would have taken 8 damage, but you managed to lightning reflexes out of the way, only taking 4 damage.
Ah, shit! I was going to pat her arms down.
And perception roll for free, please.
Sure. P is for perception.
Yeah, I was going to say, make the noise.
25 again.
This acid lands on the surface of whatever you're stood on and doesn't seem to do anything to hit.
Huh.
I suppose it'd be silly if he wasn't immune to his own fire.
He's had a long time to figure shit out, let's put it that way.
Yeah, he's had a plan, but he didn't plan to lose an eye. So is it my go now?
Yes.
I'm going to continue running up the sides of Logos's arm. That's I'm going to try and jump the gap between the shoulder and the wrist.
That's going to be like 40 feet. Can you jump 40 feet?
Yes, and my speed is 40 feet.
Okay, so all right. I'm not even going to make you fucking roll, actually, because rule of cool, you leap off the thing, trailing a little bit of steam from the acid burn.
Fucking Shadow of the Colossus style.
Yeah, your full movement takes you there.
Ooh, gonna use my sword to dig into his wrist and drag down.
All right, roll to hit. Like, you'll hit. It's rolling to see if you hit something vital.
Sure. So what am I rolling?
Just a hit. Normal to hit roll.
Oh, to hit. Okay, so...
Yeah, like, a lot of people are like, oh, but I missed the giant. It's like, no, you hit the giant, you just didn't hit it anywhere useful, you know.
You hit him. Okay, so that is 11 plus 8, so 19.
Yeah, that misses.
Ah, okay. I missed the giant.
Yeah, so the wrist, it's almost skeletal. The tendons and it's actually machinery now that you look at it. It's those pipes wrap around, but the pipes flex like they're living. You stab your blade in as an opportunity just as you land, but all it seems to do is hook between some of the bone, like longerons, and some of those tendrils.
That's fine. I don't slit his wrist then.
No, sorry.
That's fine. I'm gonna. Can I take a free action to check down at V and see how they're doing? Can I see that far down?
I'll give you this for now. V, your turn. You're sat there. The Leica's a really good ship. You're very proud of this ship. Considering the situations of, well, for lack of a better term, the situations of its birth, this thing is amazing. And it has come so far in such a short period of time. Usually ships last for hundreds of years and go through several iterations. And the Leica, apart from the one refit you've done, which barely changed anything, is as new. And that's after 10 years running around the cosmos, fighting all sorts of things.
Now Vee looks after it.
That's your turn.
Yeah.
Then we go back to Logos.
Please wait, but the payoff will be fucking huge.
Yeah.
Please wait. Leica 7 is now loading.
Yeah.
Logos moves his wrist down with you on it, and the tendrils part. They disappear up into the ceiling. And he rolls his wrist to try and throw you off of it. God, Jesus Christ, this really is Shadow of the Colossus, isn't it? Can you make a
I was about
reflex
to
roll,
say.
please? Yeah.
Can I what?
Right, reflex roll, please.
Reflex.
Him
Okay.
moving his wrist is a free action, by the way.
Sure.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, figures.
It's just a big lad. Okay.
Yeah.
15 for reflex.
Ooh, what, do you roll a 1? Your reflex is like plus 12, isn't it?
No, my reflex is 10. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, that's fair. You manage to hang on, you do hold on, but only because you stuck your sword into his wrist, so you're dangling from it currently. And he turns the giant equine draconic face to look at you, and he takes an action to say,
Why resist? You know I'll win. You didn't kill me before. You won't kill me now. I'll just come back again.
But you'll be blind if I have anything to say about it.
and then his other action is he's going to try and slap you.
Oh boy.
Which is going to hurt me, considering he's got a hand that's like 8 feet across.
Bigger than that if his eyeball's 6 feet across.
It's like being belly flopped by V.
Well, because you're so tiny and wriggly, and because he's huge, he only rolled a 15 to hit on KAC.
Doesn't it?
No, but you do have
You go between his fingers.
Yeah, you can either pass a climb skill roll at a number that I've set already, or you can drop. But if you fail the climb roll, he's still going to contact you just for not as much damage.
I'm going to try and climb then.
Okay. I'll make it, no, acrobatics.
Acrobatics, good. That's my good one.
No, I've got a copy of a character sheet here, and I can see it's already got 18 in it, so...
Yeah, and I rolled a 19.
Oh, that's 37.
Mm-hmm. Big roll.
Yeah, so effortlessly, in fact, you wriggle into his wrist for a moment, and out the other side. And so he goes... You get some gunk on you, but better than being paste.
True.
And those are his actions.
So she's now on the other side of his wrist.
Yeah. And then his final motion is he stops, and his head is turning to look at V.
Ugh.
It is your action, Ryder.
So these tendrils in the ceiling, how far are they away?
Oh, they've vanished into the hole by now. They're gone.
Oh, shit. Well, that was our ticket out of here. Is the hole still there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to, I'm guessing I can't get to the hole from where I am at the moment?
No, God, no. It is from his wrist to you, it is probably about 80 feet up. I like that number, but it's about that. What's that in meters? Divide that by 3. It's about 25 meters up.
Yeah, I can't jump that far on my jump jets. And V's down there on their own. I'm gonna have to leap back at Logos with my sword, don't I?
You don't have to, but it would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna try and leap back and stab him in the forehead with my blade. Stab him in another eye.
Are you going to use your jump jets to charge him?
Yes.
Okay. We'll count that as a charge then. So you don't need to roll to activate your jump jets, do you, or anything like that? Just
I
happen.
don't think so. I think it just does it. Yeah.
So
Jump jet agility enhancer.
You activate your jump jets, and they're there, and poof, off they go, and off you go like a rocket, tiny sausage-shaped rocket. You hurtle towards. I'm guessing. Which eye do you want? Do you want 1, 2, 4, or 5?
One on the left. Go on.
So okay, number 2. Roll a to hit.
Rolling to hits. 25.
Nice. You hit. Roll damage.
Damage.
D10 plus 10.
That is 16 damage.
That's what you got last time. Right, This eye you slash into, and it doesn't bleed ichor. Orange light flashes out of it. And we have a cutscene. It's just for Ryder.
Okay.
You're back in that cockpit. It is moments after you left it the last turn. And the pilot has sprinted into the middle of this. Now that you've got over the sand dunes, horde. There's a massive amount of people in front of you. and they're all firing at you. And you can tell they're all firing at you because every single one of them is a little flashing white light. But it means nothing to you. You get a sense of basically invulnerability. And this memory is slightly different because you're not to the side watching the pilot. You are the pilot. You feel about, I nearly said 80 feet tall. You feel about 100 meters tall. You are gigantic. And every single one of these people below you hate you and want you dead. The difference is, they aren't 100 meters tall. You're plugged into this colossal machine. Anything is possible, it feels. What do you do?
Go mad with power. Go mad with power.
This is something Ryder fantasizes about, oddly enough, because being a small creature, she's gonna plant one foot back and do the Godzilla roar.
You do that. It's the stance, isn't it? Which is a sort of the kind of thing.
Go.
The machine facilitates that. It doesn't just facilitate that; it amplifies it. The roar around the cockpit is loud anyway. It's not your voice, but it is definitely your emotion. It is raw. It is almost agonizing to unleash this, and the machine draws it from. That translates outside. People within about 5 or 10 meters of your feet, because they are all around you, you are in the middle of them. And you see it, like, this all pops up on the screen, says, like, battle damage assessment as it's happening. Their faces just melt. Blood runs from eyes, nose, mouths, ears. You think there is, anyway, they're aliens, their anatomy's kind of a bit different. Others next to them are thrown backwards. A sand wall is kicked up in front of you, reverberating out in front of you, but it's a cone. Tumbling over people, tumbling over weapon system, flipping over what look like tanks and smaller machine walkers. The leader, for you know he's a leader now. He's bigger, he's chunkier, he's in a battle suit. It makes him about 12, 14 feet tall. And a shimmering white shield appears over him. He raises his other hand and points at you, and you see a bunch of light start appearing on his shoulder. It gets brighter and brighter and bigger and bigger. And then he drops the wrist, and his spear lances out. It hits you, it smashes through a shield that you had, punches into the armor, and wounds you deeply. It knocks you, the pilot, backwards. You get the feedback. It's your action. What do you do?
Does it hurt?
Yes.
Probably yelp in agony and try and pull the spear out.
Oh no, sorry. It's like a lance. It's gone through you. It was just a beam of light. It just went.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad. It's like a bigger leader sort of in front of you.
Is he in a mech?
Yes, he's in a mech, but it's nowhere near the size of yours. It probably comes up to your chin.
How far away is he?
Within grabbing distance.
I'm just gonna boot him into the fucking horizon.
Fucking brilliant. All right, do me a favor and roll to hit.
Yeah, sure.
Interactive cutscene, I might add.
So we got...
Just roll a d20.
Okay, so that was 11.
It's enough. Your foot comes up, and you lean into the kick, and he sees it coming as he drops the wrist. And you can see the moment he sort of glances at the foot, glances up at you, and the foot connects with his torso. And you don't kick him into the horizon. What you do is you shear him in half.
Ooh.
His legs don't move, but the upper half of him,
Physics.
in slow motion, just tumbles away. And then you're out of the memory, and you're back on top of Logos.
I guess I stabbed him in the memory, aye?
V.
V's still imagining the Leica.
The Leica is a really good ship. Like, you could have covered it in so many guns, and as a Vesk, no one would have been surprised or disappointed if you had. But you didn't. You made it a little more subtle, which is not the Vesk way, which you've been thinking on this for a few years now. You're kind of proud of that. Everyone expects you to be clumsy, but you're not. You're a brilliant fucking engineer. And now you're wanted by some very, very powerful people, and so you have to hide, which is not a Vesk thing to do, but you're managing it. Kind of, occasionally. Sometimes you get spotted.
Maybe.
Yeah. So that's a thing. That's your action. Right, Logos. I'm so sorry, RJ.
Like I said, it'll be worth it.
You chose this path.
Logos is going to reach up to try and grab you, Ryder.
Again.
Can you make this time it's a grab, not a slap. Can you please make a reflex roll?
Reflex. Sure.
Oh no. It doesn't matter unless you roll a very specific number.
17.
Right, well he rolled a nat 20. So he grabs you. A giant hand comes round, picks you up, squeezing you tightly. You take 13 points of crush damage as he holds you.
Oh, fuck.
And he holds you in front of his eyes.
My host has a lot of respect for you. And yet, I'm disappointed. Between you and the Vesk, I expected so much more.
And he squeezes. You take another 2 points of damage. Ryder, it's your turn.
Ryder's not going to bother wasting breath with a rebuttal because, trying to hold a breath. I'm guessing she's grappled at this point?
Yes, in the most gigantic of senses.
Yeah.
So it's an opposed strength roll to break free.
Or she could cut his fingers off. She's still got a sword.
Well, you could try, I guess. You could try. It may not
They're
work.
made of, bone and stuff, so they have to go really hard.
Hmm.
You know what you should do? You should put all of your effort into it.
Could I activate my jump jets and burn my way out? Just blast my way out?
I like to imagine you were trying this as he grabbed you. You can't. It doesn't go anywhere.
Okay, I will try. I'll try an opposed strength roll because that seems like the most sensible thing to do.
Like the numbers we've got here, it's doable, but it is unlikely. So please roll.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, he got 24.
Yeah. Okay.
So your one action is to try and push him through, and his grip is vice-like.
Yep.
You have another action.
I'm gonna try and cut his fingers off.
Okay. You try and wiggle.
You.
Roll to hit, but you're at -10 because you are grappled.
Okay. 16.
That's not enough, I'm afraid. You hit him, as best you can with the sword, but you can't get an angle on it. He's just too the fingers around you seem to be like encased in like segmented armor, like a medieval gauntlet, but made out of this stone bone machine combo.
Yeah, makes sense. That's all I can do.
Yep. V.
I swear to God, if you say the Leica is a great ship, I'm going to come to you
Leica-
personally.
The Leica is a great ship,
I'm getting my car.
and here it is now.
Fuck yes.
A gigantic tear in reality happens immediately above V, and it rips open. Sudden blast of light, and Logos sort of goes, "What?" And then hurtling out of the gap comes not the Leica, but more of an ideal of the Leica. It is fiery red. It is made entirely of flame. There's no actual ship there. It's just a concept given a flavour, a tangible sense. And it hurtles almost impossibly fast out of this gap and slams directly into Logos's chest.
It does the hyperspace kamikaze straight into his chest.
It's basically
It does.
straight from like re-entry speeds, like with the required amount of flame, like yeeted straight into him.
If this was one of those like 1980s animes, you'd have like a side panel silhouette of V on their knees thinking, and then the frame rate would drop, and then this big tear would happen, and then the nose of the Leica would appear at speed, and then that would slow down on fire, and you just get to see all of this detail going past the silhouette of this kneeling Vesk. And then it accelerates again and just slams into Logos's chest. Ryder, you're dropped. No, dropped is not the correct term. You are tossed into the air.
Yeeted
And there-
over his shoulder.
And there is a noise so loud you can't hear it. It comes to you as pressure in your ears, the pair of you. Also, V, you're scattered to the four winds, just completely knocked on your ass.
Worth it.
No, you don't say anything. You are unconscious before it hits you because you've put everything in. You were at 0 hit points.
Still worth it.
But there is a scream, an explosion, this cacophonous noise that you can't hear, and then utter silence and a complete absence of light. Everything has gone completely dark. Ryder, once again, you are falling in darkness.
She's going to try and right herself.
Every time this happens, he is responsible.
V has always been responsible for Ryder getting injured in one way or another, but she never blames them. It's always V that blames everyone else.
Yeah.
Ryder's going to try and do the cat thing and land.
Yeah, make a reflex roll, please.
Cat skills don't fail me now. Okay. 19 for reflex.
Yeah, you don't take any damage.
Great.
You splash, and then your glowing sword lands next to you. And there's utter silence.
She's going to quickly grab it, pick it up, catch her breath, and hold it up like a torch and look around for Logos.
You can't see anything. The water's already placid. You can make out a shape behind you in the distance that seems to be burbling a little bit.
V?
It's V.
Yeah, she's going to run over to the mound of Vesk. ...
You splosh over to V. Yeah, V is on the cusp of living.
Ryder's going to try and stabilize V.
Also, Ryder, your perception of the events that just happened were Logos grabbed you, gave you a speech, looked behind you, and then exploded.
I mean, fair's fair. She's not going to question it. She's going to try and stabilize V with medical.
Yeah. What does she have on her?
Nothing. She's got a little otopause and 12 medicine plus 10, so 22.
All right, you stabilise V. They're not going to die. There's no wounds on them. There's blood. There seems to have come out of their eyes, nose, mouth, ears, all that. You think most of the bleeding is internal, but that's okay. That's where the blood's supposed to be.
Yeah. Now you're thinking like a best.
In some places, yes. V, can you hear me?
Stable means still unconscious, isn't it?
Slap their cheek a bit.
Well, now the limp and the cheek hurt. More importantly, is the Leica still there?
Oh God, no.
But
It was never really there when you summoned it. It was a spell almost. It was your love of this vessel and your pride in this thing and your intense familiarity all rolled and compressed and forged into one giant slap.
It was the passion.
Yeah.
Passion for making spaceships.
You are in a very meta world where you can basically build anything with your mind. It has to follow some rules.
Except you're unconscious.
Yeah.
So
that means nothing to you because you are unconscious.
V. Yeah, Ryder's feeling a little bit shaken, so she's going to just hug V for a bit. Just rest and hug V.
Well, you're used to this because otters hold hands at sea, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So you just sit there with V for a bit, just make sure they don't float off. It's very easy. Occasionally you just have to sort of reach out and just go,
No, come back.
I guess you're dwelling on everything that's just happened. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, she just wants to rest a bit and let V rest for a bit, now that they're stable.
You rest. You blink your eyes, and you don't know if you fell asleep or not. But you regain 8 hit points, and so does V. V, you're now awake.
yay! You just get like very faintly croaking from like V, like Saldi needs to dream bigger. Ugh.
Oh my god, are you okay, V?
I'll live. Did we get him?
Well, what did you do?
I mean, tried to summon the entire Leica and fly it into his face.
You threw the ship at him?
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant. Good job.
Is there a little bit of like shell shock in that? Is there like a nervous laugh? You're like, you threw the ship at him. Well done.
Yeah, she probably like smiles a little bit. It's fucking brilliant.
So
But-
V's health has gone up and down like a fucking yo-yo this campaign.
Yeah, right.
You are so lucky you had that fucking shield.
Yeah, there's a reason I put the shield up first, because I figured you were going to penalise me fairly heavily summoning a Leica.
I mean, I blew up a spaceship on you. You should be atoms.
Yeah, but you blew up my spaceship.
I blew up your idea of a spaceship, yes.
Is the rift in time and space still hovering above us?
No, that went as soon as the Leica was through it.
We've got to.
I mean the original one, we came.
Oh, you lost sight of that as soon as you fell.
Oh, alright. So,
We've got to think of another way out of here, V.
it's your turn to do the thinking.
I've got an idea.
Go on.
I was going to stand up, rub our hands together, and imagine the door to the bar.
Yeah.
You think. And you probably could solve this to V later, but they'd confirm it. It's not so simple. You can't just imagine the door to the bar, you'd have to imagine the whole bar and then all of Station Z around it. You need to bring in whole items, you can't bring in parts of things.
Can I not just bring in the bar then, just on its own, and everything that would have been in it?
Because the bar is attached to Outpost Z. You'd have to bring a whole outpost.
Okay. Can I not just control the abstraction a bit so I don't blow my brain up? Just all the necessary parts.
So with what aim?
I want to go in.
I'm trying to help Ryder think through this.
I want to go in and take the helmet off of V, and then off of myself, and then maybe off of Radar.
Oh, I mean, if you want to give me a minute for that, I was just going to imagine. I was going to try and remote into Fly Guy, who isn't with us, and then just take it off my own head that way.
Yeah. The problem with that, Ryder, is that you'd be taking it off an imagined version of yourself, not your physical self.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, your idea works as well, V.
Yeah, I was keeping that one.
Just don't melt your brain, yeah?
What you feel like you have the access you have to your drone in reality, it's just there, it's like that pathway you can go down. But you extend your consciousness down it like you would normally, and there's a block. I don't know if you've ever felt like your drone's been actively jammed before. This feels like that.
Well,
What's wrong?
no, I tried to remote into Fly Guy to take the helmet off my head, but something's blocking me, it feels like. I mean, Lagos isn't here anymore, but those tentacles he sent up through that rift are still around. I'd be willing to bet that there's still some fuckery afoot.
It's probably bad news, isn't it?
How I mentioned ow. I feel like I should mention it more.
Yeah, mate. I don't have any of my medkit with me, so I can't help you out.
Yeah, and I don't have any alcohol, so...
We've got to find some way out of here.
I mean, let's recap. Logos is gone for the meanwhile, so we've got that enough over. The rift is out of our reach at this point. I don't have anything immediately around us. Can't remote into Fly Guy.
I guess we could go back to where we were and just continue down that corridor. We just need to imagine a doorway leading into it.
Yeah, worth a shot.
Give that a go. Yeah, Ryder's going to try and imagine the corridor just before the tentacle monster broke into it. Imagine herself on her bike with V on the back of it, just like a reset.
Alrighty. It takes a minute. You're just thinking, I remember this. I was on the bike. It's a corridor. It's a corridor that I kind of know. And now that I think about it, I understand why it's that outpost flavoured, because that's where Logos was. So that's a thing. Yeah, I think we can do this. And as you think that, boom, you're in the corridor.
Are we on the bike, at this point?
No, there is no bike. There is no signs of damage to the floor, but the stone and wood bit is behind you in the distance.
Can we see any of those tentacles?
No, but if you look, to give you a frame of reference of where you are in his memory linear, you look to your left, and there is a memory of some blast doors, and then the blast doors suddenly hurtling at the camera. To give you a meta reference, blood punched hard, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryder doesn't know what the fuck's going on because she was Not here at this point.
Yeah.
V does.
V knows
does?
exactly what happened there.
You hear repeatedly.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, is this fucking Slipstream?
Yeah, this is when we had to fight low.
Fucking uninterested video, yeah.
Sorry, RJ, are we keeping you up?
Give V a break. They've done a lot of thinking today.
V has done a lot of heavy lifting today,
Yeah.
mentally. So
Yeah.
well done to them.
Hello everybody, and once again, thank you for listening to Cosmopunk. We're now officially in Season 2, so if you're not quite sure what's going on, or you've missed a bit, there's a special Season 1 recap called the Cosmopunk Omnibus. That comes just before this campaign. We're still on all the regular podcast and social media sites, go and follow us there, go and tell your friends about us. Links to them are all in the description. We're also still trying to push on the Spotify app, so if you have that on your phone, please give us a nice review. That would be really cool of you. Once again, thank you so much for listening, see you in 2 weeks, and as always, shoot straight and roll high.